So I hope you're having a fantastic day when you're listening to this. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about. If you're watching this, I have my notes here. So today's topic: do you need supplements? I cannot begin to tell you. If you're watching this, you see two chairs. Usually it's me and either a guest or my fiance. But today is just me, as always. Obviously, I don't know when I'm going to start bringing guests onto this podcast. I know that has been a want that I've been wanting to do with this podcast. Just because of life and things like that, I'm not too sure. If I do, it'll be like virtual or whatever, where the other or the guest is, talking from wherever they're at, and then there's me. So, anyways, do you need supplements? Before I keep ranting on and giving you my perspective, things like that, there's a few things that I want to mention. Number one, I am not a licensed nutrition or anything like that. So please, go, seek real professional help. Second is I'm simply sharing my knowledge and my experience. I do understand that, and you should as well. Everyone's body is different. Everyone, is affected by certain ingredients, supplements a different way. But I am going to do my absolute fucking best to provide as much value to you, because this has been this still is an ongoing topic that I hear I see so many people, whether that's in person, online, talk about. And when I say supplements, I'm not talking about PEDs, steroids, even though that kind of does fall in that whole regimen. I think I do have a podcast on that, so go ahead and check that out. It talks about my experience with PEDs, aka steroid use, and how I feel about it, my experience, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, when I'm talking about supplements, I'm talking about the ones that you find on the shelves at your local GNC, at your Walmart, Target, things like that. Do you actually need them? So first off, supplements do work, okay? Supplements work, but it's not the end-all, be-all type solution. So another background story about myself is I used to work at a GNC, and I cannot begin to tell you some of the false information, the hype, blah, 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 behind a lot of these supplements. The supplement industry is a multi-million, possibly billion-dollar industry. Not saying all supplements are scams, right? To each their own. Really depends on your goals, your budget, you and your life, honestly. So I'm not going to go through every single supplement, every single ingredient. I'll just name a few, well heard, popular ones, most used, things like that. So actually, I should start with myself. So right now, I am taking on certain days, protein powder. I am taking fish oil. I am taking a multivitamin in the gummy form. So powder protein, capsule fish oil, multivitamin in gummy form, and there's two more. Ashwagandha for testosterone, a little bit of testosterone boost. Trying to help me recover from my steroid PED use. And then I am taking a fertility and those last two that I named, ashwagandha and the fertility, those are in pill form. So, do you need supplements? Really depends on your goals, your needs. I'm taking these and I'll break them down. So, protein powder. I do not take this every day. I try and get and which is hard. I try to get my macronutrients, my nutrients from whole quality, non-processed foods. When I say natural, I'm not talking the BS organic or whatever. Like natural meaning like the animal meat, fruits, vegetables, carbohydrates, like rice, things like that. Potatoes, sweet potato, white potato. So yeah, protein powder. I only eat it whenever I feel like it. And how I do it, I hate the shake. Well, I like the shake depending on the brand and the flavor, but this brand that I got, it tastes like absolute crap. And I mix it in with my cream of rice, which is like some type of breakfast cereal, whatever. And that's how I eat it. The fish oil, can never go wrong with hair, skin, and nail, heart health. And yeah, that's why I take that. Get some omega 3s in, healthy fats. Multivitamin, can never go wrong with multivitamin. It has like I don't have the supplement with me, but I feel like to be healthy, to live a long, healthy life, you need a certain amount of nutrients, vitamins, and the multivitamin I got it very convenient, very simple, just eating gummy, bada bing, bada boom. The next one, ashwagandha. So again, I have an episode, but I'll go ahead and touch up on it here. So I did not have the best experience when I decided to take PEDs. I didn't go in there blind, not knowing anything. I did some research. I feel like I did everything well. I saw some results near the middle to end, but that's because I shot up my dosage. But afterwards, my sex drive was probably non-existent, and then my Mr. Junior down there just would not work, and it was very, very bad. The relationship took a hit, and I was doing a lot of research, things like that, and I would say not even half a month in of taking ashwagandha, it started to work again. Now I feel like I hit a plateau, so I got to do a little bit more research on that. And so far, I feel like it helped with that part. But again, I think it's been like a couple of days now. I feel like I hit a plateau, aka doesn't work as well anymore. That could be low testosterone in a few more weeks, or maybe after this bottle, I will be testing myself again, kind of see where my levels are at, blah blah blah. And then the last one that I'm taking is fertility. From what my fiance said, I've never been with someone this long and never got pregnant. And me neither. And I feel like the steroid PED experience really messed me up. I fingers crossed, hope my fertility didn't take a hit, because if that's the case, that's gonna suck. And yeah, so far those are the ones that I'm taking. I'm sorry, I did leave a very, very important one out. How can I get pre-workouts? Caffeine. I am a fucking caffeine junkie. I love caffeine, but I do need to cycle off. So I take, I'm going to include two, just because I have both of them right now. So pre-workouts, they come in many shapes and sizes. You have stimulated ones, aka vasodilators. Pump is what they call it. Or you have actual pre-workouts. Some of them, they give you the tingly feeling, that itch, but it's pretty much to give you that extra oomph in the gym, right? You're tired, you need that extra push. That's where the pre-workout comes in. I have both. The brand is by Ghost. I have two pre-workouts, one pump. I have the pre-workout and pump combo from Ghost. I went into GNC the other day to buy some, just because the current one that I'm using, really, I don't really feel anything. I know, as far as the tingling, that's not what I'm looking for. I know the ingredient that makes you tingle, it's called beta-alanine. The other one, it's called Gorilla Mode. I think if you're listening or watching whatever, I do have a review on that, so go ahead and check that out. But yeah, so I don't really feel that extra kick with Gorilla Mode. It tastes great, but that's pretty much it. It does help me get through my workout, but it's nothing like, oh my god, like addicting or exciting or anything like that. I'm on my second tub. I think I'm almost out. Well, yeah, I have a few more scoops left, but it's getting there, and so far nothing. Whereas the Ghost one, I do feel this one a whole lot more. Not just the tingles, but I do feel that extra, push in the gym. So those are the supplements that I take. Now I'm going to transition. Now I told you what I'm taking. Now, do you need it? Again, it really goes based off your goals. I think if you are trying to, a lot of people in life try to change their physique, their body, right? And where was I going with this? Oh, and they're either bulking or they're cutting, okay? Or hell, they can just stay where they're at, right? Maintain. You can do any of those three without, pre-workouts. You can do. You're a fucking psychopath, because I fucking need pre-workout. I've worked out without it, so I'm just over exaggerating. But for those of you fitness people out there, you like that extra push in the gym. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can cut, you can bulk, you can maintain with no supplements, and you'll be just fine. Just know that it does help. For an example, I'll give you some examples. The more you cut, right, the leaner you are. The leaner you are, aka the less body fat you have. The less body fat that you have, the more unhealthy you actually are. It is not normal to be that low of body fat, all year round. A lot of people just go through the whole, let me cut down for summer, and then, let me either maintain or do a lean bulk. But that's, it's always like a never-ending cycle between cutting and bulking, in my opinion. You can, I know some people who just maintain year-round. They're fine with it. Hey, great for them, great for you, great for me, whatever, right? Again, really goes back to your goals or whatever. But yeah, anyways, if you're cutting, right, there are supplements. You don't need them, but they would help tremendously. The more you cut, the more you experience fatigue. So if you're fatigued, you're tired, what's going to help you? Pre-workout. It helps you, it'll give you that extra push in the gym. Another one is the more you cut, the lower your body fat is. It's going to be hard to get a pump in the gym, right? You can do either both or one. You can do pre-workout and pump, or find a pre-workout that has a decent amount of pump in there. Nitric oxide, things like that. Or you can take just pump by itself if you're not feeling the caffeine. That's just, one of many examples. If you're bulking, right, calories in versus calories out, you need to consume more calories than you expend. We all know that if you're doing a pretty mean bulk, not a dirty bulk, right? Which you can, if you do a pretty good bulk, you need to consume calories. There's no way around it. You have to consume more calories. And we all know some days that shit can be fucking hard. Like, honestly, in my opinion, I think dropping weight, trying to cut fat, is much more easier than bulking. Like, you have to force feed sometimes. Some people may agree, some people may disagree, but you have to force feed, right? And a good supplement, right? That is, hypothetically speaking, you have everything aligned: diet, nutrition, water intake, blah blah blah. Something to help supplement is what, one of those. So there's protein powder. There's different types of protein powder, but you have your basic whey. Whey isolate is a popular one. For example, like I think Dymatize, right? Per serving, 25 grams of protein. Then you have the quote unquote bulking ones, aka just more ingredients. Like for one scoop, it's like 50, 60 grams of protein. So yeah, that could help, trying to get those extra calories, things like that. What else is good with bulking? I used to sell that at GNC. It was a herb, like it was in the natural herb section. But what this supplement did, it's like on the tip of my tongue. It helped, boost your, like, you could eat more. It would help eat more. It wasn't like a big difference, but it did help. So yeah, those are some examples when it comes to bulking. Maintaining, you can use any of the combinations. Really depends on your daily caloric needs, things like that. But yeah, I mean, I could not give you like a for sure answer. And if let's just say me and you had a conversation, and come to find out you were, not saying you are, some cheap bastard. I wouldn't recommend any supplements to you. If you're, especially, I mean, but if you're willing to cut some money, because it does cost money. I could recommend some, but at the end of the day, I don't want you to think that, oh, I need supplements. You don't. They can definitely help, but if you have that perspective of, if I don't take any type of supplements versus someone who takes all these supplements, right? They're going to get better, faster results in me. To a certain extent, that is true, in my opinion. But if, there's so many variables, right? Number one, is everything else in line? Diet, nutrition, cardiovascular exercise, water intake, right? Is training intensity, right? How are you training, right? If you're, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say you who are not taking any supplements, right? Protein powder, fish oil, blah blah blah, and you go in the gym and you work your fucking ass off day in, day out. You put in the work, you do your cardio or whatever, versus someone who takes all these fucking supplements, who has a cheat meal like 2 to 3 plus times a week. They don't drink too much water. They could give two fucks about cardio, right? You're gonna probably get results, better results than them, right? That is if everything's on point. Now, another variable which is really hard / out of your control is genetics. I've learned, and I'm still learning every day, but I know that genetics do play a big role when it comes to competing, changing your physique, how fast, slow you gain, lose, things like that. For an example, if you're watching this video, and I mentioned this multiple times, right? If you're looking at my body, I'm trying to speak into the mic. So let me stand up again. So genetically, I have great legs. Compared to my arms, I have tree trunks, for my legs. My calves are, not. I don't have small calves. That's for sure. But my arms are toothpicks. They are very, very fucking small, and yeah, I've tried. It's really hard for me. It's challenging for me to grow my arms compared to a lot of people at the gym, and that's fine. I've accepted it. I just go in the gym, put in the work, do what I need to do, get out. But yeah, so legs, genetically, I have great legs, and poor arms, right? Um, but yeah, you'll learn your body over time. But yeah, genetics do play. It does, can play a big role when it comes to, your fitness journey, your supplementation, things like that. So, um, yeah, I think that wraps it up. Again, I don't have. If you're watching this, I don't have a script. I literally have my phone, topics, literally in my notes, kind of talking, going over what I want to talk about, but there's no scripts. Again, I'll repeat myself. Do you need supplements? No. Do supplements work? Absolutely. Not all of them, in my opinion. Um, but they do work. They do work. They can help. Obviously, they cost money. If you're willing to spend a little bit of, change, if you have the money, I would recommend to get it. But do not think that you can supplement a lazy work ethic. Do not think you can supplement a shitty diet, right? Because you just can't, and it will not happen. You're gonna be blowing money. I remember back then, like when I barely started working out. I think it was so in 2008, 2009. I was like fucking fat as shit, looking like Buddha over here. I was wearing 4XL t-shirts, and then I lost all that fat. I was just skinny, lanky as fuck. Lanky meaning like just scrawny, and I started going into the gym, and I swore up and down religiously, oh, I have to drink my protein shake, right before my workout or whatever. Protein powder is going to help me get swole. I was training pretty intense, but I wasn't doing the right exercises. And that's a whole nother topic for another episode. But yeah, I would I got introduced to pre-workout. Obviously, I knew what that felt like. Um, but yeah, so protein powder. Yeah, I swore up and down that was going to get me jacked. Which that's you know far from the truth. But anyways, yeah. Hopefully that this help episode. I can't even talk today. Hopefully this episode was helpful. If you have any questions or anything like that, first off, go to your physician. But I'd be more than happy to answer some of your questions. Kind of share with you my experience. Yeah, whether that's I worked at GNC, one of the top salesmen there. And yeah, it was a great time, but just I didn't believe in some of the stuff that was being sold, bought there, advertised, blah blah blah. So yeah, so let me know. I will drop my Instagram handle down below. Hit me up, or whether that's for information or just to have a conversation. Let me know. And other than that, have a great day or night whenever you're listening to this, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace out.